Xianqing Zhou, come from our university, and I'm a professor and vice director of International Grain Institute. Today's topic is a general introduction for grain standardization system. My research field is cereal science and post-harvest processing and utilization. And today's presentation, I will be divided into three parts. One is introduction of Chinese national standard cereals. Second part is international standard for ISO. And another one is for ICC. Okay, first part, I will be introduce something about Chinese organization which related to the government organization. First organization is General Administration of Quality Supervision, Inspection and Candidating of People's Republic of China. We call that LQCQ. And the second organization is Standardization Administration. Another one is the State Administration for Industry and Commercial. The last one is Certification, Accreditation, Administration. Okay. Next, I will give one by one, give an introduction. And SCP is a administrative organs directly on the State Council of People's Republic of China. The major charge is concerning to the quality, methodology, inspection, candidating, and food safety, and so on and so forth. And in this organization, there is several different kinds of departments composed for the organs. For example, there is a department of supervision on animal and plant candidating, and a bureau and import-export food safety. And there is also some association contact for SPIC. First one is very famous, is the Chinese Association for Quality Inspection and the China Association for Standard. And what about the function of SQC? There is several different kind of function. First is the law and regulation. The second one is the quality and the management for methodology and inspection and such on. And another organs I will be present is a standardization of administration of People's Republic of China. We call that SAC. SAC was established 2001, authorized by the State Council to exercise administrative responsibility by undertaking on-site management, supervision, and overall coordination standardization work in China, and also represent China to join international organizations such as ISO and International Electrical Technical Commission, IEC. Another very important task is responsible for organization activity Chinese National Committee of ISO and IEC. And also have another function is approve and organize implementation of international cooperation and exchange project on standardization. Okay, the SAC was established in 2001. The authorities by State Council to exercise administrative responsibility by uptaking unified management, supervision, overall coordination of standardization works in China, and also represented China to join international organizations such as ISO and IEC. Second, another one is representability for organization activity of China National Committee for ISO and IEC. And also have another task is approve and organize the implementation of international cooperation and exchange projects on standardization. And the structure of SAC, there is several different kinds of office. For example, general office and some very specialized office, and there is a different kind of task. For example, Department of Agriculture and Food Standard is very special for the series. And different kinds of function for different kinds of departments. For example, the Department of Agriculture and Food Standard, there is several different kinds of SAC. The first is planning of national standard for agriculture, waterproof supply and marketing, food safety, tobacco, and forest. Another one is for inspection for quantity, for the analyze methods. And another very important function is supervision on examination, implementation status of the national standard. Okay. And also for this kind of department, there is three divisions. For example, there is agriculture and food safety and food products. And the main responsibility of SAC, there is several different kinds of responsibility for this SAC. One is a draft for revise of the state law and the regulation on standardization. Second one is a formulation, development program on standardization. Three is organize the development, revise, examination, approve, numbering, and publication of national standard. Another one is for the national standard for research, do some research working on the standard. And next one is a National Technical Committee of Standardization's coordinating and administrative. Last one is represent China to join ISO and IEC for International Regional Standard Organization. Another very important organ is certification and accreditation administration of the Republic of China. The function is China's compulsory certification for food, import, export, assignment, and registration, and also for evaluation for the laboratory and the market management. Okay. And the major function of SAC, there is several different kinds of functions here. Okay. Next, I will be transferred to the grain standard in China. What about the generally Chinese grain standard system? There is several different kinds of standards in China for Chinese grain. And there is a system I will be present. For this grain standard system, we will be divided into the several groups. First is grain and products. Second one is grain machinery. Another one is facility and grain storage and others. And each group they are divided into three sections. One is basic standard, another one is product standard, method standard. I will be giving an example to explaining what about the content, major content of each section. For basic standard, there is several different kinds of standard composed. For example, the basic rule for standard writing, and for the standard synthesis, and for charting compliance and the system charting, just like this. This is for writing of the basic rule for the standards. And for product standards, for example, we will be concerning for the cereals and oil crops, and the feed grain and others. For cereals, there is different kind of cereals grain, cereal products, byproducts, and package standard or label standard, and storage and transportation. For methods, there is a different kind of analyze for test methods For example, technical operation parameters and some analyze methods, test methods for safety, for sanitation, for different kinds of analyze methods. So all this is composed for the China grain standard system. Okay. And in China, there is a different kind of levels of national standard. There is major standard, is national standard. It's about there is about 160. Another one is industrial standards. This is very important national standard. Besides this, there are another regional standard and enterprise standard. There is different kind of levels of grain standard in China. Okay, and also we can, according to the specificity of the national standard, we will be classified in different kind of proportion. For example, all the proportion of the national standard will be divided into several different kinds of parts. The larger part is standard for grain and their products. It's about 84.2%. Another one is sanitation standard. It's about 13.2%. Another one is grain machinery, is 2.3%. And the grain storage is about 0.3%. This is generally classification. And also we can, according to the standard property, to classify all standard into different kind of proportion. For example, the methods standard is about 16%. And second one is product standard, 22.4%. Another one is sanitation, is about 13.2. Another one is some basic standard, is 4.2%. Also, okay, there is another thing we will be talking about. Is very important organization for the grain standard. It's the National Grain and Oil Standard Technical Committee. Is very important concerning to Chinese grain standard. This kind of organization was established in 2003 under this leadership of the state administration of the grain in China. Okay, that's in this group of this kind of organ, there is several great deal of committee members. It's about 70 members. And the secretary office, we call them Standard and Quality Centers of SAC, the Standard Administration of Grain. Also, there are 4 technical working groups. We call that subcommittee, grain and their products, oil crops and their products, grain storage, distribution, and grain machinery and implementation. The main work of state administration of grain for standard, there is several main tasks. One is implementation of standard and personnel training. Another one is establish and improve grain quality assessment system and supervision grain quality to grain hatchers, and assistant SAC to supervision grain market. For the standard, there is a different kind of classification. We will be classified according to property. We will be divided into compulsory and recommended standard. The standard related to health and safety law regulation, that is mostly belongs to the compulsory standard, which must be carried out in the daily life. Another one is recommended standard, okay, and encouraged to use this by industry and for enterprise. Okay. For example, the test methods, it majorly belongs to recommended standard. For the compulsory standard, majorly for some serious quality, for example, wheat, rice, corn, wheat flour, or milling rice, some products will be use the compulsory standard to regulate the market. Okay. Next part, I will give some presentation on International Organization for Standardization, ISO. There is a very famous, this is a very famous organization, ISO. There is different kind of members of country. Up to now, there is 157 national standard bodies composed 104 member bodies. So this is a very, very large organization. And also there is a different kind of branches. We call that Technical Committee of ISO. Okay? And there is also there is a great deal of expert. For example, 201 technical committees. And also there is some subcommittees and the working groups. The working groups is a unity for working or implementation of the standard. And I will introduce some information about the ISO TC34 SC4 standard system. TC34 is one of technical committee of ISO. Okay? And TC34 working domain is agricultural product standards, task for human consumption, animal feed, including sampling, testing methods, and product specification, package, storage, and transportation. And the SC4 is focused on the cereals and the pulse. The main area of working are the terminology related to the cereals, pulse, analyze, detection technology, product specification, and the storage, transportation, and others. Since 2007, China take over the secretary of SC4 in Beijing now. Okay? And for this kind of section 4, there is several different kinds of standard, international standard. We will be classified in different proportion. And so according to the raw material and the properties. For example, there is 34% of international standard for wheat, durum wheat. And for rice, it's about 11%. For pulse, it's about 5%. For maize and sorghum, 3%. And another very larger proportion is for testing and analyze methods. It's about 47%. This is generally introduction for the proportion of standard distribution. And here there is some outline for the different kind of ISO standard. You can find here there is a different kind of standard is concerning to the different kind of titles. Okay? For example, there is for rice, there is a determination methods for aminos content. Okay? And also there is some ISO standard for cereals and cereals products. For example, for common wheat or determination of vinograph property or dough and consistent hydration for commercial or test flour, test mean technology. This is give some example. And next, also there is a continued table for the standard published since 2007. And also this is another continued table for standard international. For international standard, there is a benefit from the standard. There is three very important benefits from the standard. One is to effect tool to remove technical barriers to international trade for cereals and pulse. Another one is facilitate for human consumption the cereals pulse, which benefit from human health especially. And another one is reduce the losses of the cereals after harvest by establishing the standard for storage and contribution to the world for food safety. So that is very important for international standard for development and uses application for human. And what about the strategy of ISO in recent years? There is three very important tendencies working. There is enlarge the scope of membership of ISO, especially encourage developing countries take part in the ISO working. It is the first very important tendency working. Another one is providing maintenance of existing standard, ensure they meet the present market requirement. Okay. Another one is develop new standard for international trade for cereals and parts still required, and a standard for maize, for example, and rice. ISO subcommittee SC4 is very active each year. There is some conference once every 6 or 12 months to discuss working process, the task, and the next year's planning. So there is several different kinds of meeting will be held in different kinds of country. Okay? And up to now, there is 2,000 stands on revision. Next, I will give some words on ICC, International Association for Serious Science and Technology. This kind of organization is located in Vienna and Australia. And this kind of association is non-political and non-regional, non-profit making, and with a not very long history, but there is very famous in the world. Okay. And what about ISO's property? ICC is an independent international organization of the experts specialized in milling of wheat and other cereals, bread making, and production of cereals products, and from around the world. In more recent time, ICC has expanded its focus to address issues and that contribute to improve the food quality, food safety, and food security for human and available for all world peoples. This is a very important organization from this function. Okay. And also we should know something about ICC. Also is applicable formula for all serious scientists and technologists. And also there is a publisher for international study methods and scientific journal. Okay. And for ICC journal, there is several different kinds of standard. For example, for methods standard, there is several different kinds of methods. And also is for general methods or recommendation standard or rapid methods analyzed for quality, just like, for example, there is a sampling of grain and established sorghum grain endosperm texture 2005. And there is a different kind of version of standard for ICC. And in general, different kind of country have different kind of interest for development of standard. There is a very outstanding 4 tendencies will be developed for standard. One is methods for testing to develop new technology, such as rapid online non-destructive testing, such as imaging technology for analyze the quality and some agriculture product quality. The second one is global food security. It's a major concerning. For example, we will development of fungi, toxins such as toxin, harmful substance testing standards. Another one is transgenic agricultural products testing. This is a focus on for methods. Another one is development more stand-on storage and distribution. So this is my presentation. That's all for today. Thank you very much.